Next one we found was there was a man having a heart attack, and his daughter, him and his daughter were right in front of a fire station when it happened, and there were firemen standing right there that said they couldn't do anything because they didn't get an official call.
Are you kidding me?
No, here it is.
Wow.
A Washington, D.C. woman says her 77-year-old father collapsed in her arms right across the street from that place. A fire station in D.C. happened Saturday. She says she was told by firefighters through other people who had gone to help that they couldn't respond unless they were dispatched. And adding insult to injury, Maria Mills, this is the daughter, says that someone who was helping her did call 911 to help her dad, but that an emergency vehicle was dispatched to the wrong location. Eventually, a D.C. police officer just flagged down an ambulance that happened to be driving by the spot where her dad, Medrick Mills, was trying to cling to life. This man is a city employee there for more than 40 years, and Cedric Mills died. He died of an apparent heart attack after finally getting some treatment at a nearby hospital, but it wasn't until later that afternoon that he finally passed. His daughter describes the frantic moments that she went through.
Anything you want to say, TJ?
I kind of just want to see what the daughter has to say before I react, I guess.
I could tell he was having trouble breathing. I started screaming. I ran back in the store, asked him to call 911 because I did not have my cell phone. We looked across the street at the fire station. There was a firefighter actually standing against the fire apparatus that was in the fire station, just observing. Everybody started trying to wave him over. I even ran to the curb and said, "Are you going to help me or are you going to let my dad die?"
Washington's Mayor Vincent
Well,
Gray has
obviously,
now called for a...
you got your answer on that one. Yeah, I mean, like, this is another kind of, like, no-brainer story in terms of where everyone stands. I think we could all agree that it's bullshit. What is the root cause of a situation
their
like
reason
this?
is
Bureaucracy.
Their reason is such bullshit, too. Oh, we didn't get an official call, so it's, like, okay to let them die in front of you. Like, that's acceptable. It's like the same thing. It's like the same thing.
You know, it reminds me of these stories I've heard recently of, like, nurses, you know, not helping patients even in emergency situations because, like, oh, I'm off the clock. It's like, okay, well, you know, your job kind of requires that you kind of have the ability to go around that.
I was gonna say, do you remember the stories about the people whose houses burned down because they didn't pay like the $50 county fee?
Yeah.
They'd show up, they're like, nothing we can do.
Oh shit! Well, fire's got to burn. Your neighbors paid, so we'll fucking stay here just in case their house lights on fire. But
have a nice day, sir.
You know, your house has to burn. Should have paid the $50, buddy. Now you SOL. Really wish we could help you, but we can't because we're assholes.
I mean, I think it applies to more people than just, like, employees. Like, yeah, firemen should do their job and stuff, but, I mean, anybody should help somebody who's having a heart attack. Like, I have someone I know's grandfather died in a restaurant because he was choking on something, and absolutely nobody tried to help him. So her mom was trying to help him, but he still ended up dying because she didn't know what she was doing. But it's like, you really mean to tell me that in an entire restaurant full of people, not one person would try the Heimlich or CPR once he fell down or something? Like, I mean, I just don't understand how people can just stand there and watch that happen.
It's something called the bystander effect, which basically, the way it was explained to me is that they did this experiment where they put a person alone in a room and they told them, you have to fill out this test. And they fill out the test and then the room fills with smoke. The person immediately jumps out of their chair, leaves the room. If you have a room full of people and you fill it with smoke, they all look at each other because they don't know what to do. Because what they're waiting for is for someone else to act. It's called the bystander effect, and that's why no one helped that person who choked. And that's
ridiculous.
Probably also why no one helped the man having the heart attack.